What's going on, Aries? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be business, Aries, and all the ways that we can help you make it rain, or something like that. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just good energy all around here, Aries. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be. And, of course, a good old surprise card at the end, Aries, so don't you panic. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using an OG deck. It's Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck, and I've included a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Aries. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to be the current situation. So, hiya, self. What's the current situation looking like for Aries? Let's see what's going on for you, Aries. Interesting. You got the Knight of Cups here, Aries. And you know what? I hope so. Because with the Knight of Cups, he's the type that... He's the one that, whatever he's going for, even when it comes to life or just in business, he's going to go after what makes him happy. He's going to go after what he loves. He loves the feel good part of it stuff here. And we're going to talk about another aspect of that. But mainly, I'm hoping that, we're in this place of where we kind of like found that thing that really kind of, that really just kind of excites us here, that we want to just pour our all into, that really is giving us fulfillment, that just gives us that full energy, that jump out of bed and it's just like, yes, I'm getting ready to go raise that vibration to the roof, and I think that's really, if we're resonating with that, that's a great start. I'm definitely liking this here. Some other energy, though, with the Knight of Cups, though. He is the type, because he's the type that does like to have fun. Sometimes, let's say if we've been, let's just say maybe we've been kind of like real kind of hard at work for a while. Maybe sometimes he may, when he's switching over to like play mode here, kind of goes maybe a little too hard here, and it's just like the balance can be just kind of out of whack here. Or it could even be too, maybe some of us are like, I don't want to say like we're neglecting work, but maybe there's not, maybe we're leading more into like the work, like the play, how do I want to put this, Aries? It's tricky energy with the Knight of Cups sometimes, just because he can be prone to like kind of like intoxication or escapism. That's the more kind of like unbalanced side of the Knight of Cups. So I just want to kind of bring it up in the sense of just like, if we notice that there's been like if we've been sort of like neglecting responsibilities like with our business, or with our journey, let's say, just kind of get eyes on that, because I'm all for having some fun, Aries, but is there a way that we can incorporate that on our journey here, that we can get the most kind of bang for our buck here, as opposed to like, it's a tricky one, and I hope that makes sense, that's but overall, I am with this energy, especially if we're, pursuing something that we love here, that we're really kind of just like giving our all here, Aries. But I think I'm going to get a little bit more on that Knight of Cups, just because I had mentioned that. I think I just want to get a touch more. So higher self, can we have a little bit more on that Knight of Cups, please? Yeah, let's see what that's about, Aries. Okay. Interesting. Okay, you got the Hanged Man here. And so I will just say with that, I'm getting like there's an imbalance here, because I hope you understand that when I say about the fun aspect of it, it's that I don't think that you should be having fun. It's just that I just feel like that maybe maybe we're getting distracted in a sense. You know, I feel like maybe in a way we've kind of gotten into this, we've halted and may have not realized, and you know, and we kind of have painted it with this kind of like brilliant kind of image here. But there may be something that's going down, Aries, and I don't feel like, you know, not anything like bad per se, but just something that, if we even got like, you know, this might be possibly resonating, you just kind of see where you're at, you know, making sure that we have all of our ducks in a row here, you know, that, you know, maybe check in at the office or check in with all your stuff, make sure that just everything's flowing smooth there. And I feel like, you know, we're in good shape because, you know, the Hanged Man in this deck can represent water, but I've also seen it where it represents Neptune, and Neptune has to deal with illusions and you know, kind of like mystery, kind of like fantasy and all of that stuff. It can also get into like the kind of like the addiction realm and all of that stuff too. So, you know, just kind of something to keep eyes on here, Aries. And I think I'll leave that there. Now let's get to your second card, which is going to be the current challenge. So, higher self, what's a current challenge for Aries right now in their business venture? Let's see what's going on there with that. Okay. Okay. You got the Three of Discs here, Aries. And so I'm wondering, so you know how I was just talking about that with how I feel like it wasn't, where I feel like, you know, we're not that we're not working hard enough, or but maybe there's something where I feel like how we may be going about our work or going about how we're doing our journey might be, something just doesn't seem to be lining up, Aries. You know, it feels like that maybe some of you may not be satisfied with what you're doing. You know, maybe we're trying to force this kind of, maybe try to like paint this thing into something that it's not. I'm not entirely sure, because it gives me, like, for example, let's say that you're like an art manager or something like that, like you're managing like artists or something along those lines, and you know, you're kind of like in your line of work. It's like, are we doing the thing that we really want to do in a sense? It's like, do you want to be the one that's managing the artist, or do you want to be the artist, if that makes sense? You know, I feel like that there's something where maybe there's like a missing sense of fulfillment, you know, that maybe we're just sort of like, we're doing this thing just because it was the practical decision, you know, because this is Mars and Capricorn energy here. And I feel like that, you know, Capricorns are the type that they'll do just that, you know, they're very, where because I have to tell Capricorn this quite a bit, where it's like, you know, they'll be so caught up in, I feel like sometimes, you know, trying to achieve the security and, you know, kind of build a foundation which is solid, but we're neglecting like the joy along the way here. But I feel like with you, Aries, you know, for some of us, that we're trying to make our work environment more fun than I feel like it actually is, you know. And again, I feel like maybe it's if that's resonating with you, just sit with that, you know, see what that is, you know, because if we're not living to our fullest, then what are we doing? You know, like we can have more if that's what you're trying to get to, but it's just realizing that you want that, and then figure out why we're not taking those steps here. You know, what is it that we're building this image of, like, that everything is cool, or that it's like, it's okay to put like my main dream on the back burner because maybe we don't feel like maybe we're not talented enough, or maybe, you know, whatever it is that, you know, has got you keeping yourself down in this thing. But Aries, you know, whatever it is that you want to accomplish here, you can make it work in this realm here. It's just you figuring it out what that is, and then going out there and get that thing, you know, and being true to yourself too, you know, because maybe this is something where you have been aware of this thing, but, you know, it's just, you know, maybe you're at this point where you feel like maybe you're too old to start up something new, and which, Aries, that is false. You know, you can start up stuff whenever you feel like it. You know, you may have to, it may not be as grand maybe, or it'll just be a different type of grandish. You know what I mean? It's going to make sense for you in the place that you are on this journey here. You know, yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's get on to your third card here, which is going to be where you can find some help. So, higher self, where can Aries find some assistance with this energy here? Because this is this is a tough one for sure here, Aries. Just saw the Hermit, so maybe some Hermit time might be up for mix here, but let's see what's going on with that, Aries. Okay. You got the Two of Swords here, Aries. And I feel like a decision is going to need to be made, because I feel like this is not something that anyone can kind of really tell you what to do here, Aries. It's going to be one that are you cool with where you're at? Is this resonating with you? Is it raising your vibration? Are you getting all the warm and fuzzies? Is there growth coming from this thing? Or do you feel stuck, if we're in a rut, and then, just things have kind of feel like, you're just kind of like repeating the same, so like Groundhog Day, then, again, what is that, how is it that you can go, life is constantly changing all the time, and that if we feel like we're having the same kind of experience in and day out, Aries, things are out of whack here. Because I think when I think about this energy, this is the moon in Libra here. And it's just like, I feel like are we staying balanced, when during any type of period, any type of phase in our life, and like what is that imbalance if there is one, and with the Two of Swords, I feel like it's one of those things when you realize this thing and you decide to take action towards, or you come to terms with it however you do, that there is going to be at least some relief here, because it's going to be like something that you made a conscious decision of. You realize that you do have the choice in this thing, and it's just being okay with wherever that takes you, and then finding it. Because again, when I was talking about the artist thing earlier, if being an artist manager is your jam, be the best artist manager that you can possibly be. That's not saying that you have to be the artist, but it's just like, are you happy with that? Is that what you want? Because there's a difference. I feel like one thing for kind of settling on being this thing, and then not going for what you really want to do, if that's what you want to do here. You know what I mean? Because then that frees up space for someone who really wants to do that thing too. Because you see where a trend can kind of start here. So just something to think about. I really feel like it's, this is something that I think once you start getting eyes on this thing, if this has even got like a kind of resonating with you here, I feel like this is really will start, kind of bring you that peace of mind that you might have been looking for here. And then some answers are going to start pouring in here, because then we're being real with ourselves. It's just like, yo, what's up? And that's a good thing, because yeah, really, Aries, if we can't make anything rain if there's nothing to supply that abundance there. That's not, if there's nothing to fill that cup, you have nothing to spread around here. So let's move on to the fourth card here, which is going to be some possible long-term gains. So higher self, what are some long-term gains for Aries? Let's see. We start maybe pursuing our dreams here. Let's see what are some pluses that can come with this thing here. Of course, Aries, look at you, abundance. You got the Three of Cups here. And that's absolutely, if you're doing something that is bringing you, that is satisfying you, that your soul is just like, yes, this is it. Like finally you found your calling. But of course, only abundance can follow with that, because it's, now we're being true to our craft. You're making the most of, your abilities here. This is something that you were when you came down to this realm. You're just like, this was the goal. This is where we're trying to aim for here, and I'm happy. I'm happy where this is going here. And you know what too? I was talking about this on my other channel, because the Three of Cups, I came up for Cancer, but I feel like when I think about like Mercury and Cancer, just like Mercury in general, Mercury has to deal with our communication, and it's I feel like it's about having that conversation with yourself. What is it? How are you feeling? Does this feel right for you? Because when you think, one of the things with Cancerian energy is like feeling that stuff here. Our emotions can be all over the place, or that's the if we're unbalanced here. But a balanced Cancer, it's going to be we accept those feelings, we give them the space, and then you grow from that stuff here, the good, and then you take the wisdom from the more harsher lessons, and you take the wins from the good lessons, and then you either replicate that or strengthen. You know what I'm saying, Aries? So I feel like it's just really that obviously it's going to benefit you, if we're really, sticking to our calling here. So, that's going to be in the long term, so I can get where it's like, okay, well, what can I expect, like tomorrow? Well, let's look at that, Aries, because the next card is going to be, well, it's not necessarily tomorrow, so, don't get crazy, but it's some short-term gains. So higher self, what are some short-term gains for Aries at this time? Let's see what we can expect in like the near future here. Look at you. It's cups. You look, all your cups. And even bigger cup too here, Aries. Oh, wait, where am I? It's like, where am I going? You got the 10 of cups here. And so your cups are overflowing. This is so, you wanted immediate gratification. There it is in tenfold. And look at how this is shaping up, Aries. It's really something that, if we believe that we can do this thing, and not even just like, first we may need to start with believing that we can do this thing. And then we get to the place that we know we can do this thing. Because now we got Mars and Pisces here. It's like now you can take that you can take whatever dreams that you have, because like this is more, Pisces, it deals with like the 12th house, kind of in that dream realm. It's ruled by Neptune. It's all kind of connected here, Aries. But now we're taking our dreams here and we're taking action. We're bringing that stuff down here and we're manifesting it into that next, maybe you open your first art studio. Maybe you want to start like your own restaurant. Maybe you find out that you're like a chef. Mad chef skills. Whatever it is. Maybe you want to be the next, big lawyer. Start your own firm. Maybe you wanted to expand out. Maybe you want to help the community in some kind of way. Whatever this is looking like, be creative with this thing and really come into yourself. Find a way to make that happiness and then spread that around, because when you start doing what you love here, you become a beacon and it attracts other people to that energy. You're raising their vibrations and they go out and they're doing it for this thing. And then now you're having a lasting impact on the world, Aries. And how does that feel? We went from just going to make it rain and now you're making a difference. This is something that it's because honestly, Aries, when I think about your energy, you're not just like the starter of the zodiac. You have a way that you're the first to bring that heat. That's that initial spring coming in, just like bam. What's up? What is up and what do you want to do with this thing? And who doesn't love the spring? Because people yearn for that. It's like it's been a tough time. We've been kind of figuring our stuff out during the winter here. Now we can shake that snow off, and now we can really get to action here and start letting stuff flourish here. Because you have just cups of plenty here. Go water. Go water the garden. Whatever it is that you're trying to grow there, go do that thing. Because man, look, it's coming for you here. You know what? You think I'm done getting you all geeked up here? We're gonna talk about your strengths next. So higher self. What are some strengths that Aries is working with other than this fantastic cup energy here? Let's see what's going on with that. And I'm not coming at you, Aries, but I'm just really excited about what you're getting ready to do on this thing here. Got me all geeked up. I tell you what. Okay. Absolutely. You got the death card here, and that is something to get geeked up because you're bringing that change. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a different kind of way that, because this is Scorpio energy here, but when I think about that transformation, that's exactly what's happening from the winter to the spring. That's a transformation there. We're shedding off old skin here. We're coming into the new here. We're getting ready to bask in the sunshine for when the summer comes here. But right now, it's all just growth, plenty here, abundance, all over the place. And that's what you do, Aries. You are ushering in that strength that you can, because think too, you're a cardinal sign, like cardinal signs are like, we can all make great leaders here, but I mean something about Aries energy is just like, it's like you go in, you don't have to think twice about it. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this thing, done. Like let's go out and get it, like, because why not? Like if it's doing all this, you got what, 13 cups right here? If it's gonna bring it like that, shoot, let's go get it then. Because this is exciting here, you know, because even when you think about like the Fool, you know, the first card of the major arcana, you know, it's a reference to like been called like the Green Man, you know, it's that rush of inspiration, that bringing again of spring, you know. You know, it's life. You know, it's really. And listen, I know this may sound like it may be like a touch over dramatic here, but it's only as dramatic as you want it to be, Aries. Why can't it be as spectacular as what I'm describing here? You know, because you can do it. You absolutely can. It's just, and then imagine, you know, you get to this place, because that could be something, you know, maybe you want to be a motivational speaker, you know, maybe you want to inspire others, you know, because that's another, Aries, we could talk about this all day, you know, but, okay, yeah, I think, did I actually really talk about the Death card? The Death card, I feel like Aries is too, I think, now that we kind of got eyes on this thing, and like maybe that, maybe, I don't know, Aries. I'm hoping that we're feeling inspired here, because I feel like that possibly, you know, that you may be going through this undertaking here. Maybe some of you realize that you do want to do something bigger here. You know, you want to do something more, and whatever that looks like for you. You know, maybe you want to go for that next managerial position. You know, maybe you want to start up some kind of volunteer group doing something along those. You know, it doesn't whatever, Aries. You know, really, there is no limit. You know, there's no ceiling. Just what is it that you want? Because I feel like you're coming into this energy where you can, you know, and that you're realizing that you can. You always could, but now you're realizing that you can here. And I feel like something great's coming. So let's, you know, I'll talk about all this stuff. Okay, let's bring it down a little bit, because the next card is going to be some weaknesses, you know, or strengths that are waiting to be discovered and refined. So higher self, what are some weaknesses that Aries might need to get eyes on? Let's see what are some ways that we can, yeah, just hone this energy here, Aries, because yeah, something's a cooking. Get it? Well, we will be. We got the Chariot here, Aries. And I feel like with this, you know, just like how I was just like, go get that thing. Maybe that's just one of the things that we're missing. You know, maybe there's been some kind of like doubt in this thing. You know, maybe we feel like, I'm not sure, you know, maybe we've been into this place, maybe we kind of like shrunk our expectations here, you know, maybe we at one point was just like we were kind of fearless, but now we're at this place of like, for some reason we don't think that we can embody our victory here, you know, that we can get to this place of, because that's one of the things the Chariot is about, is, you know, it's about that triumph, and then, you know, more Cancerian energy here, and you know what too, some of you might have Cancer in your chart, and that's a place, and then you got two things of cardinal stuff here, Aries. So it's coming at this thing should be like really good for you, like really natural for you. But I feel like it's just tapping into that strength. This Death card, you know, we're getting ready to get into this place where we can make a choice, because, you know, I think the Chariot too can also be just like, it's like a crossroads here. You know, you're going down the path of your journey, and now you're at a place of, okay, do you like where do we need to put some work in? You know, do we need to put you know, where do we need to channel our energy right now here? And I feel like really some of us would benefit, you know, really kind of taking a note from this Chariot here, because like maybe, because okay, let me get my thoughts in, because now they're just kind of coming all at me. I feel like some of us would benefit. You know, even when I saw the Hermit earlier. See how this guy's all zenned out here? I feel like maybe of us need to take a second and just sort of like meditate on this thing, you know, kind of relax. You know, what is it? And you don't have to get it figured out today, Aries. You know, let's be, you know, be compassionate with yourself, you know, but just know that the fact that you're thinking about it is a step in the right direction. And so envision yourself in, you know, whatever it is, you know, you starting up this, you know, your next clinic, you know, you know, maybe going on, oh, I don't know, you know, whatever it is. I'm running out of occupations here, Aries, but whatever it is, picture yourself in there. You know, if you want to be that next pilot, you know, look at that, I got another one. And imagine yourself on that plane, driving that plane, being up in the air. You know, you see in the clouds, the sun peering over the horizon. You know, just all of that. You know, what are you wearing? Are you got a fresh suit on? Is your coffee, tea all warmed up? You know, what's going on there? And, you know, envision that thing, Aries, because it's all within you here. That Holy Grail, because that's what this guy's holding here. And keep in mind too, this isn't a gender specific reading here. You are all the Chariot in this situation here, and that Holy Grail that's within this guy here is within you. So that's something tap into that. Do yourself a service because you totally deserve it. And you know, I'll tell you that all the time. You know, this is going to be this. We're in the age now. It's just like I feel it. You know, we're collaborating here. And you know what? I'm with it. And we're going to raise each other up here, Aries. You know, because that's what the Soul Tribe here is for. So. All right, let's get to, now like I said, we don't have to do this overnight. I'm gonna keep it moving because I will keep you here all day. So let's get to your 8th card, which is going to be what to focus on in the present. So higher self, where is it that Aries should focus on in the present? Let's see what's going on there for you, Aries. Let's get some more eyes on this stuff here, right? Nice, yup. And when I love that she popped up here too, girl, yes. You got the Princess of Wands, and let me tell you why. One, because she's sporting your hat. I've been waiting for her to come up for your reading for a minute because I just realized that that's your sign, Aries, and I don't know what took so long to realize that. But this is the enthusiasm that I feel like we need to focus on here. You know, that finding that drive again. You know, finding that thing that gets us that excitement again. You know, tap into that childlike energy. You know, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you want to be an astronaut? Did you want to be a firefighter? Did you want to be what did you want to be? And then go do it. You know, go do something. Maybe do something in that realm. You know, maybe if I don't know, if you wanted to be like a writer, you know, maybe like write articles for like a little journal, start writing blogs or something along those lines. Aries, just do something that's promoting that growth, you know, that excitement, that fire, you know, because that's what. Where'd he go? That's what King of Wands does. Because see here too, that's something I want to mention too about the King of Wands. You know, this crab here, this is Pisces energy, but this crab here that he's presenting, you know, that's supposed to represent the strength of the ocean. And, you know, this is the thing that whatever you wanted to pour your whole heart of the ocean into, that's where I feel like the answers are going to lie for you. You know, finding that's the thing to focus on in the present here. What makes you want a Princess of Wands? Just go out there and just you don't care that your tiger's not awake right now. You're just ready to go get this thing. You know, you got the vitality of the sun on your side. You have all the tools that you need, and now you're just wanting to see what you can do with this thing. You know, what you can manifest. You know. Girl, that's what I'm talking about. This is why we're friends. Let's get to your 9th card here, which is going to be what to focus on in the future. So, higher self. What is it that Aries should focus on in the future? Let's see what's going on there, Aries. Because this is because now we're shaping up here. Now we're really cooking. Okay, I'm with it. You got the 7 of Swords here, and this is appropriate because even like how geeked up that I'm getting, sometimes, you know, when we get into this thing, it's, you know, 2 things. Sometimes we can get into this thing of like where we might be like a little overzealous, and what I mean by that is that like when we find that thing, you know, we're so excited, you know, we're trying to get it all solved, like in this moment in time. You just want to know all the things at once, and it's just like, that's dope. But sometimes when we get like that, you might put unnecessary pressure on yourself when it's just like we want to space that energy. We want to work mindfully with this energy. You know, you have a whole journey to get this whole thing figured out, and you're gonna get it figured out. That's the thing. You know, it's not like you're gonna miss out if you don't know all of it like right this moment. It's gonna come to you in chunks. You know, because we gotta. It's like learning how to walk again. You know, first we gotta crawl, then we gotta take some baby steps. We're gonna fall a little bit, but then we're gonna get a groove there. We're gonna get this stuff down, and then you're gonna be skipping, flipping, and all that cool stuff, Aries. But it's going to be a journey. And another thing, the second thing I was thinking about with this stuff here, with this card, because this is like my burnout card, or one of my burnout cards, and if we're doing something right now that has gotten us where our energy is just not feeling it, you know, it's where we're, again, like how I felt like it's just like kind of like day in, day out, same stuff, different day, you know. And it's just like where you just feel like you're not getting the most out of your energy, or it's like you don't even like this thing and you're exhausted on top of that. Like it's draining you so much. It's just like, hold up, you know, like what's going on here? Because it may have been fine at first, but it just like it stacks up, you know. Each time we kind of like we deny ourselves this outlet, you know, it's just going to keep building up. It started off as one sword, because this is, imagine you're this main sword here, and sure, you can tackle it like the first year, it was totally fine, but then we get to the second year, it's just like still not great, but you know, like it's okay. Then we get to the third, get to the fourth, get to the fifth, and now things are getting kind of heavy. Now we're getting kind of worn down, and now it's getting to this place of sword. Lord is getting a little more dull. It's a lot to take on, whereas opposed to you don't have to do all this stuff here. You got cups. Remember, we had all the cups here. Let's go down that route. Let's put our energy there, and let's check in and make sure that it just energetically stuff makes sense too, Aries. Let's get to your last card, which is going to be some opportunities for you. So higher self, thank you for this, higher self. What are some opportunities for Aries? Let's see what. Oh, look at that stack of them. Hold on. Yeah, let's see what are some opportunities for you, Aries, with this energy here, because this has been dope. I'm out of words, and good, because you got I love this. You got the Eight of Pentacles, or Eight of Disc here, but it's Eight of Pentacles. Let's switch back over, because with the Eight of Disc, there's wisdom in this thing here. I feel like, maybe right now, it may seem like kind of like crazy to maybe start something like this, or, maybe we feel whatever it is that's preventing us from taking that leap. I feel like in the past, when you wanted to do something that you really liked, that you went for it just wholeheartedly. I know that there has been at least one situation where that happened, and it's just like, how did that feel? To do something that really spoke to you, that really raised your vibration, and then you notice that other people appreciated that thing, When did that happen? And let's see if we can replicate that. And we may not replicate, and we won't replicate it the same way we did that first one, but we're going to do it better because we've learned from this stuff here. And then when you do it again, it's just going to keep getting grander and grander and grander until 10 of Cups, until your cups are just overflowing here. Take it in. That's what you want in happiness. Here it is, happiness and abundance. But you know what, Aries? I do feel like that this is something where I do feel like it's really last thing, it's more so about what your heart is trying to tell you to do, because you didn't really, this is your first, other than like the Three of Disc, this wasn't a very disc heavy reading, and disc have to deal with monetary issues. So I feel like this really is something that, like, I feel like you can make money till the sun goes down, but can you bring happiness to yourself? Can you bring fulfillment to yourself? Can you get the best of all these worlds here? Can you know what I mean? I feel like we can get more from this stuff here. So just something to consider, okay? But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So hopefully you like that. If so, give it a thumbs up, because I enjoyed that. That was a great reading, Aries. Thanks for the energy that you brought. That was solid. Share this thing, Aries. Share this thing. If you know someone who might resonate with this thing and could definitely use like a pick-me-up, because really you could really accomplish some great stuff. Share this thing. Let's really just like raise that vibration to Mars. Let's let your ruler know that you're over here cooking up some really awesome stuff here. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week. Definitely getting better about being all up on Facebook. You'll see. And last thing. You got all this, you got a bunch of Cancerian cards here, so you got a ticket, and not that you necessarily needed one. But if you have any Cancer in your placements, or maybe you're working with a Cancer here, go check out my channel, the Cherridan Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and all that fun stuff, Aries, in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here, so I can get you out of here. Nice. You got the Nine of Wands here, Aries. And I feel like with this, right now, if you're at a place where I feel like, with your job, where it's been like that, like sort of like day in, day out, or same thing day in, day out. So you got that thing on autopilot. So I say, let's go ahead and get that thing, keep that thing cranking, and let's see if we can maybe, spend some energy, one, on yourself, and then kind of really start pouring it into this other thing. Maybe if this is something where you've been looking for just a little bit of more fun or something in your life here, let's feed into that, because I feel like with the Knight of Wands, it's really about just kind of like getting you have like all this, you know, this energy here, you know, that could really do some amazing things here. But I just feel like it's, you know, just kind of like redirecting that stuff and seeing where that place of expansion can happen here, because I feel like, you know, this thing, if we, the fact that we've, look at that, we've had it on autopilot this whole time here, we already forgot about it. And the fact that that is like that, there's no more growth here, at least not right now. So let's see let's explore another avenue here, because this is the moon in Sagittarius here. And I feel like, you know, with each moment, you know, there's another opportunity that can present ourselves to us. So I think I'll leave that there, Aries. So stay safe out there. And really, with this, you raise that vibration to just through the roof. And I will catch you on the next one later.